Hello everyone, welcome back again to our class, and for today, let's learn more about Hello everyone, welcome back again to our class, and for today, let's learn more about self-care and management. So this is something that we can apply to ourselves. I hope after the lesson you can apply this to yourself, and you can also teach others, your friends, your family, and your significant others about this, no? So I hope meron kayong matututunan sa lesson na ito. So self-care is important to all of us because without this, we can experience mental illnesses, sadness, depression, or whatnot, and different mental illnesses. So definitely, from time to time, it's good to be aware of what is happening inside of us and practice different coping up skills and management skills in order for us to maintain our psychological well-being. So, Sayobona is literally means I see you. More than words of politeness, Sayobona carries the importance of recognizing the worth and dignity of each person. So, I want to really emphasize that all emotions are valid. Either if you're feeling elated, happy, no, overwhelmed, stressed, or sad right now, no. For some people, they might see that some problems are low or mababaw, but people have different perceptions of their problems, no? Poor or rich, they have their own problems as well. So it's good, again, to always remember that all emotions or dealings of the person are valid, no? We don't actually know what the person is feeling, what is the root cause of the problem. Hence, emotions are really valid. So how are you feeling right now? Are you stressed by your online module, by your requirements? Are you happy? Are you angry? No? Are you sad? No? So kindly please rate yourself. How much or what is your state scale right now? Are you depressed, sad, contented, happy, or elated? No? Pick one rating here in our Likert scale. So 0 is helpless or depressed. 2 is sad or doubtful, 4 is unhappy, 6 is satisfied, 8 is joyful, 10 is exuberant. Please do rate yourself, no? Okay, later on, we're going to discuss about self-awareness. So, have you ever watched Friends? Okay, Friends is a popular sitcom comedy series, no? It's a really good series. If you want to have a good laugh, no, try watching Friends. So there is a moment or there is a scene there that asks that, what about your family? No? So as Filipinos, we are family-oriented people, no? So I hope that every one of us know that most of us have a good support system in our family. Okay, in my case, no, my family really supports me, no, and they help me in times of crisis and in times of feelings of doubt to oneself, no, they help me to become more motivated and goal oriented. No? So basically, family has a big impact in our lives. How was school? No, how was your school lately? Are you stressed? No, I hope your teachers as well can also give you some motivational stuff, no, they can also motivate you and help you in working with your assessments, no. I hope they are with you along the way in your journey to college. Self-awareness involves being aware of the different aspects of the self, including traits, behaviors, and feelings. Essentially, it is a psychological state in which oneself becomes the focus of attention. Self-awareness is one of the first components of the self-concept to emerge. So, self-awareness is something that is important, no, in order for us to assess where are we right now. Are we still in a good condition, or do we need to seek professional help? No, it's good that we are aware and mindful of this kinds of things, what is happening in your present state right now. Kaya kanina I ask you about your rating in your state right now, no, kung ano yung state niyo ngayon. So I hope it made you aware of your feeling, no, during this very moment that you're listening to me. So this is the Johari window. I will share this to you. I think you already knew this in your previous lessons. No, there are four aspects of the self. First is the open self. These are the information that is uh, that you know both to you and others know as well, that is present or alam ng ibang tao at alam mo rin sa sarili mo. Like for example, if you are a kind person, no? So other people can notice that you're a kind person, and you as well, you know that you're a kind person. Okay, that you share different things to other people or whatnot, diba? That is an example. The blind self is an information about you that you don't know but others do know. Like for example, if you know that you are not an annoying person, or that you are an alright person, no, but some people know that you are an annoying person. Okay, that is the blind self. Now, you don't know that this is happening to you or this is your personality trait, but other people know it, that you are like this or you are like that because of your actions, no, or behaviors. Hidden self is the information about you that you know but others don't know. So this is unknown to others and known to self. So this is the things that you try to hide to yourself because you might feel that you will be judged by other people, or you might be that you are ashamed of this personality traits or parts of yourself. So you try to hide it. Like for example, if you are a temperamental person, if madali kayong magalit, so tinatago mo, okay, but you know to yourself that you are like that. So you try not to show it to others. So hence it becomes unknown to others. Yung blind self kasi is basically it is unknown to yourself, no? Pero hindi mo siya tinatago, no? So hindi mo siya alam kasi you don't notice or you don't recognize it that it is your personality trait, or it is part of yourself. Unlike hidden self that you hide it, no, to other people. The unknown self is unknown to the self and unknown to the others. So this is the most mysterious part of yourself, because these are the things that yet to be discovered, no? Very Jungian, no, ang pagtingin natin dito. So these are the information about you that neither you nor others know. So definitely the unknown part of the self are the things that hindi pa natin alam, no, sa ating mga sarili. And of course, this are yet to be discovered, no, sooner as we go on with life. Like for example, alam pala natin na we are artists, no, that we are like this, or we have this personality trait, no. So we have to discover this in some point of in our lifetime. So lalabas at lalabas siya, no, during our adult stage, or sometimes in our late adulthood or old age, no? So again, this is yet to be discovered. Intrapersonal awareness. So intrapersonal awareness, okay, is within the self, or awareness with yourself, or innate or inherent with you. So there are skills. Okay, interpersonal skills are the interpersonal abilities and behaviors that help you manage emotions, cope up with challenges, and learn new information. So these skills which relate to emotional intelligence include things like self-confidence, okay, and different aspects of yourself like self-esteem, no, self-reliance, self-resilience. So basically, we develop intrapersonal skills, no, and awareness when we are trying to deal with our problems, no. It's good that we are aware that we have these skills. How can we manage our emotion, cope up with challenges, and how we learn new information? We know that we have these personality traits and we can develop it. So awareness, or being aware of this, is important in order for us to really improve and develop. Interpersonal awareness naman is the ability to show a true understanding of yourself and others, and having a deep knowledge of your own thoughts and feelings. So basically, interpersonal, when we socialize with other people, when you think about social skills, no, you probably automatically think of how a person interacts with other people. Okay. Okay, value formation. We have the word stigma. Stigma is something, a mark of shame, disgrace, or disapproval, okay, by society, which results in an individual being rejected, discriminated against, and excluded from the participating in a number of different areas of the society. So stigma is really apparent to our modern world. There is no such thing as a perfect world that everyone understand each other. No, there are some instances that when a specific issue, not really issue, but when there is a particular phenomenon that does really happen, but for some people they have this automatic judgment that this person is like this or like that. I will give you an example. Like for example, let's say for Muslims. So there are people that sees Muslims as terrorists immediately without knowing the real truth about Muslims. Now that not all Muslims are bad. No, religion is not definitely the source of our morality immediately. No, it is sometimes for some people there are Catholics, no, that really praise a lot and go to mass, but they do not do good to other people. So I hope we can break the stigma. Hashtag break the stigma as psych practitioners. Why is it important to know about the stigma? Why do you think it is important for us to know about this stigma? Well, definitely as psych practitioners, it's important because uh, we are trying to really make a good society or really develop something like to other people, you know, that we are really trying to help our society or help our friends. No, it's good to break the stigma and know about it, because in our own little ways, no, we can create change. No, okay, this micro change can become macro, can have a macro effect in our society or in our community. How does it affect the society? What do you think? How does the stigma affect the society? This immediate judgments to people and to different phenomenons can, you know, can really cause something, a negative impact in our society. No, it will create chaos. No, if we do not recognize this, when people do not recognize that this are happening. Kaya nga may mga advocacy projects. No, there are advocacy projects to help us improve a lot of views towards different people and towards different phenomenon. Okay, so I hope that you try to recognize to yourself those different stigma that is happening in our society. How does it affect your friends and family? What do you think? No, this immediate judgments, this form of discrimination. How does it affect? No, how we view people, how we deal with people. No, it does really affect a lot of people, not of our friends, including our family as well. How does it affect you personally? How does the stigma affect you? So sometimes it can cost you your mental health, no? If we are so intoxicated by these thoughts already from people, sometimes we feel less of a person, we feel degraded, we feel discriminated by other people, especially if we are the victims of this stigma. No? So sometimes it will really cost our mental health. Okay, let's talk about depression. So, depression has no face. For some people, depression is seen to be similar with sadness, but let's differentiate it later on. So, there is a clinical depression and depression. For some people, they use the word depression without really recognizing the different symptoms that must be present in order for a person to become or to be really labeled as clinically depressed. So depression has really no face, no? So for some people, there are what they call as depressive people or functional depression, wherein the person can still continue working and being productive, but still deep inside, there is something that is going wrong. So this is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or the DSM-5. We will encounter this later in your course in abnormal psychology. So this is the DSM-5. This is the holy grail and the Bible of us psych practitioners. So I hope you will have the copy of this. I have my own DSM here. So this will tally all of the different symptoms and disorders, no, labeled in DSM-5. So they are continuously improving this, no, as time goes by. So for depression, or for a clinical depression to be considered, there are symptoms that should be followed. So I try to recognize it as SIGICAPS. Shortcut lang siya, no? Mnemonic device ko to simply memorize the symptoms. Okay, these are the following symptoms. 5 or more of the following should occur on the person in 2 weeks. SIGICAPS 2. Okay? Feeling of sadness or having a depressed mood. Okay, again, there should be 5 or more of the following symptoms. Second one is loss of interest or pleasure in activities once enjoyed. So there's a term what they call anhedonia, wherein there are moments na you enjoyed it before, but right now as you do it, it doesn't give you the pleasure anymore, or it doesn't really give you any sensation or something that you feel worth it, no? When you feel that watching a movie can really help you or does really help you feel good, but right now, no, as you watch a movie, it doesn't give you any sense of emotion or any sense of well-being. Okay, next is changes in appetite. So weight less or gain unrelated to dieting. Of course, changes in appetite, not really necessarily hindi ka kumakain. It's either sobra ka kumain or hindi ka kumakain at all. So too much or too less is not good. Insomnia or hypersomnia. Again, too much or too less, no? Too much ka matulog or hindi ka masyadong natutulog. Okay, these are some of the symptoms. Next is loss of energy or increased fatigue. So ito yung uh, wala kang gana, you feel tired even though you rested for how many hours, no? Hindi ka naman napagod, hindi ka naman exhausted talaga physically, but you feel that you experience fatigue. Next is increase in purposeless physical activity or slow movements or speech, no? Or minsan naging sluggish ka on how you deal with things. Sometimes you have the slow movements, you don't really have that focus with you or concentration. Yun. So you are not really concentrated when you're working, when you are studying, when you're doing some task, no? Inappropriate guilt and feelings of worthlessness. So, this happens, no? Kapag yung mga tao, wait lang, mag-charge muna ako ng laptop. Malapit na siya malobat. Oops. Ayan. Alright, going back, no? Increase inappropriate guilt and feelings of worthlessness. So this happens when we feel worthless, no? That we don't have a sense of belonging or we don't have a sense of self. No, nawawala na yung purpose natin, no? We feel guilty at some point of our life, even though hindi naman dapat tayo mag-guilty, pero for some people they feel this, no? They sometimes have this negative feelings that they are not worth it anymore. Hence, it can lead to suicidal ideation or to other mental illnesses. Difficulty concentrating, thinking, or making decisions. So, decision making are also some factors that can be affected when we are in this critical stage of feeling depressed. Okay, next is suicidal ideation. So you have that feeling that you wanted to commit suicide, no, that you wanted to end your life because you feel hopeless. Again, these symptoms are very interconnected to one another, no. One symptom can lead also to another symptom and in other way around. So this should manifest within 2 weeks, no, for it to be considered as a clinical depression. I hope this is clear. No, you will learn this more in your abnormal psychology course. So I have this what they call a mnemonics in order for you to memorize or to remember the symptoms. So Stigma caps 2. So we have this S, sleep disturbances, I for interest decrease, G for guilt or feelings of worthlessness, E or energy decrease, C concentration problems, A for appetite, no, weight changes, weight gain or weight loss, P or psychomotor, agitation or retardation. So too much agitated ka or hindi ka talaga gumagalaw, you have that sluggish movements or sometimes slurred speech. S is for suicidal ideation. So this is your guide in order for you to help you remember the symptoms for a clinical depression. Depression is different from being sad or from sadness. Okay, ha? So, I hope this is clear, no? Kasi for some people, they say na, Sir, I feel depressed, no? Not literally, no? Let's stop this kind of thinking, no? I hope you will be reminded by this na magkaiba yung dalawa. Kasi it's normal to be sad, no? May issue na kapag depressed ka. Kailangan na siya ng psychosocial support. Okay? So, mas malalim yung depression kaysa sa sadness. So what you can see is what people I think, I feel, okay, sadness, ganito. what I actually feel, okay, is nothing, sadness, self-loathing. So ganito. So when a person is depressed, no, there is already a physiological change that is happening in his or her brain. Definitely, there are neurotransmitters that are involved. No, these are serotonin. No, when the person is depressed clinically, the serotonin level is depleted or decreased. That's why people can sometimes use antidepressants. No, these are recommended by psychiatrists in order for that antidepressant, no, to help maintain that serotonin level on the person's brain. Okay, so again, it is serotonin involved when a person is depressed. Okay, so we have these kinds of feelings and symptoms: sadness, self-loathing, hopelessness, isolation, anxiety, and guilt. So it manifests in our behavior as what you can see here. While for sadness, well, you just feel sad at that particular phase. But when that phase, no, lasted for 2 weeks with additional symptoms, well, definitely it can lead to depression. So be mindful, no, be aware of this clinical differentiation. Depression can be treated. Yes, it can be treated. For some people, they seek psychotherapy or counseling sessions with a psychologist or with a psychiatrist. Okay, some psychiatrists give or they recommend antidepressants such as let me think of antidepressants such as ano nga yung antidepressants like um, sertraline. Okay, I remember it. Sertraline, and I forget the other one that's very common. Escitalopram. Okay, those are the two common antidepressants that are available or that are uh, most probably binibigay ng mga psychiatrist. Okay, sertraline and escitalopram. So it's good to seek for help, no? Please don't be ashamed if you are feeling depressed and if you know someone who are experiencing this crisis, no? It's nothing wrong to be okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong not to be okay at some point of our lives. But again, seeking professional help doesn't make you less of a person, okay? And please do be open towards this. And if you know someone, if you think you can help the person through listening, empathic listening, and helping the person process things out. Kasi yun yung role ng mga psychologists eh. The role of the psychologist is they help their clients process things out. They become the conduit of the person in order for him to recognize those misbeliefs, no, or those shortcomings in order for him to rationalize it properly through psychotherapies and other forms of intervention. They help them manage what they're dealing right now at the very moment. Okay, self-care is the individual practice of health management without the aid of a medical professional. So it is defined as a multidimensional, multifaceted process of purposeful engagement in strategies that promote healthy functioning and enhance well-being, health, and yun. So definitely, no, self-care helps improve our mental health, our well-being in order to increase happiness and feeling of being worth it, no? Mga ganon. So these are the 5 self-care practices for every area of your life by Elizabeth Scott. No, she is a wellness coach specializing in stress management and quality of life, and the author of 8 Keys to Stress Management. So I will discuss it briefly to you. Physical self-care. Okay, physical self-care includes how you're fueling your body, how much sleep you're getting. No, definitely these are the questions. Are you getting adequate sleep? Is your diet fueling your body well? Are you taking charge of your health? Are you getting enough exercise? So we take care of our body, no? Basically, how we we treat our body, like a massage, skincare, no? Yung mga ganung mga bagay. It does really help physical self-care. Social self-care naman, socialization is key to self-care, but often it's hard to make time for friends, and it's easy to neglect your relationships when life gets busy. But again, no, try to have a good support system, try to have a friend that on which you really trust the most. Again, importantly na may mga kilala kayo na pwede niyong makausap in times of doubt, in times of hardships. Okay, try to build relationships with others. These are some of the questions that we try to ask and be mindful of. Are you getting enough face-to-face time with your friends, no, during this pandemic? Like, do you chat or video chat your friends or call them? What are you doing to nurture your relationships with friends and family? So again, no, importantly kasi na yung relationship natin sa other people, binibuild natin siya. Okay? So again, we need to nurture our relationships to other people. Like, okay, and I really tell you, this can help you physically, no? Mentally. Matutulungan ka talaga niya. Mental self-care. This includes doing things that keep your mind sharp, like puzzles or sudokus or learning about a subject that fascinates you. You might find reading books or watching movies, okay, that inspire you, fuels your mind. So mental self-care also involves doing things that help you stay mentally healthy, like practicing self-compassion, no, and acceptance, for example, helps you maintain a healthier inner dialogue to yourself. So these are some of the questions. Are you making enough time for the activities that mentally stimulate you? Like, do you read books to, because yun nga, I just wanted to to really share this to you. When I read books, mas naging madali yung research ko. Mas natuto akong magsulat. I learn new words, I learn new vocabulary expressions that I can write, that I could use in my writing. So invest in reading talaga. I started with self-help books. I also try to read non-fictions. Okay, it's, try to become a voracious reader. Okay, are you doing proactive things to help you stay mentally healthy? Okay, this is also a question that, we try to uncover in ourselves. Spiritual self-care, no? I just wanted to really state this, no? When we say spiritual, hindi lang naman sa religion ito nakabase. Okay? Again, spiritual also is the connection of you in the universe, in nature, for in general. No? Definitely your your relationship to the cosmos or to the universe. So, nurturing your spirit, however, doesn't have to involve religion. It can involve anything that helps you develop a deeper sense of meaning, understanding, or connection with the universe, just like what I said. Whether you enjoy meditation, attending a religious service, or praying, spiritual self care is important. So, these are some of the questions that we can try to uncover. What questions do you ask yourself about your life and experiences? Your existence, definitely. Try to question your existence, your purpose. Are you engaging in spiritual practices that you find fulfilling? Okay. Emotional self care. It's important to have healthy coping up skills to deal with uncomfortable emotions like anger, resentment, anxiety, or sadness. This may include activities that may help you acknowledge and express your feelings on a regular basis. Whether you talk to a partner or to a close friend about how you feel, or you set aside time for leisure activities that help you process your emotion, it's important to incorporate emotional self care in your life. Like, your emotions right now, your sadness, your feelings of happiness, okay, no, 'di ba? Do you have healthy ways to process your emotions? Because sometimes our emotions are not really real, they are man-made, not really man-made, but they are sometimes irrational, no? Our brain sometimes can fool us. So again, it's good to process your emotion, if it is really real or is it really rational or irrational. Do you incorporate activities into your life that help you feel recharged? May mga ginagawa ba kayo, no? Like watching a good movie, having a good laugh, eating something that is really delicious, no? Like rewarding yourself in small victories. Do you do that in order for you to maintain your emotional well-being? Okay, self care isn't a one size fits all strategy. Your self care plan will need to be customized in accordance to your needs and what is currently going on in your life. So, a self care plan for a busy college student who feels mentally stimulated all the time and has a bustling social life might need to emphasize physical self care. So, it should be holistic, no? I really emphasize this different aspect of physical, social, mental, and spiritual and emotional in order for you to recognize the questions that you should be asking yourself to keep yourself at a state of positivity, no? Of a mental state that is good, no? That is productive, okay? And will not burn you out. So try to remember these different areas of your life in your self care. Break the stigma, let's talk it out. Reach out to others. You matter and you are valid. This is one of my favorite quotes. You are valid. You are not less of a person. You are worth it, no matter where you are right now. If you're dealing sadness, if you have a problem, if you're experiencing dilemma, okay, you are a valid. Your emotions are valid. One day at a time lang, no? Huwag kayo magpa-stress, isa-isa lang. If you feel that you needed to rest, then pause, stop. Okay, don't force yourself because it might lead to exhaustion. And ang hirap makabawi kapag nandun na kayo sa phase na yun. Ang hirap maka-recover sometimes, no? Sometimes mahirap makabalik. Kaya one day at a time lang, no? Live at the present time. Be mindful of what is the blessing of today. And don't live for the future, live by this present time. Okay, this is my favorite quote. Mental health matters. Okay, help and support. Please do seek always for help and support. So there are psychologists, psychiatrists that are always in line to help you process things out, and as well as to help you deal with this uh, situations that you feel you need a support. Again, I want to emphasize this one. Yung mga counseling sessions kasi, mga psychotherapy sessions kasi, sometimes, having a problem, no, hindi lang yun yung mga fino-focus, no. For some counseling sessions, they do focus more, or they try to also open up some personal development, or for some self-improvement plans, no, they try to make a good career, no, uh, when they're trying to develop some areas or aspects of their life, no, they seek for a counseling session to these professionals, and it's okay, no. So yun lang, seek help and support if you need it the most. These are the references for our lesson. Thank you so much for listening, and goodbye. See you soon.